Last question before I let you go. You made some comments about Nipsey Hussle. I don't remember exactly what those comments are, but I remember there was a certain level of uproar over it. What exactly did you say?
Oh, I said, fuck Nipsey Hussle. Because I went to the funeral. And when I walked in, the Staples Center, and they was playing this song over the loudspeakers, we was at a concert. And you almost forget that this is a funeral. So I sat down, the family and the celebrities were right there. I sit right here, and they playing the music, smoking weed. I forgot I was at a funeral. When his mother got up to speak, and she said, Ermias, I was reminded that I was at a funeral. I forgot about the people in the stands and the lights that were going on up there. And I started paying attention to this funeral. And I started noticing everybody that I heard and saw get up there and speak, they never said Nipsey. So I went to Ermias' funeral. After the funeral, I went back to the Rolling 60s neighborhood at the main house of the Rolling 60s. Cappuccino, Raymond Washington's daughter was there. Syke was there, Big Syke was there. They come up with Raymond Washington. Real quiet, gentle giant, big dude. He hadn't said much. He said he remembered when Nip was about 11 or 12 years old, he said he was approached by him. And he said, say, big homie, can I ask you a question? Because it's protocol, right? You just can't walk up and ask no big homie no questions. Big homie, can I ask you a question? He said, yeah. He said, why you gangbang? And Syke said he told Nip, because I was born to do it. And he said that 11 or 12-year-old kid told him, say, big homie, when I grow up, I'm going to take care of the hood. That kid name was Ermias. It wasn't Nipsey Hussle yet. So the work that the people praised Nipsey for was the heart of Ermias. Two different people. So it's easy for me to say that after going to the funeral and hearing the mother, the girlfriend, Stevie Wonder, Farrakhan, Lauren London's son, Lil Wayne, Lil Boy, talk about Ermias came to me in a dream. Wow. So after the funeral, the music go back to playing. Man, these people was here for the wrong reasons. So it's easy for me to say, man, fuck DMX, homie. I was like, man, who? But I ain't gonna say Earl Simmons. So I assassinate the characters of rappers to get to that real person. So Ermias had that heart, homie. Nip 60s. Sometime the character gets the person killed. See what I'm saying? And we bury the person dies, but the character lives on forever.
Yeah, I mean, he just got a star. Well, he's getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
What would it say, Nipsey Hussle? The character will live forever, but Ermias dies. Ermias dies, but Nip will live forever, homie.
Yeah, that was very true. And you could take it one step further. If Ermias / Nipsey was still alive right now, they would not be giving him a star. They're only giving him the star because he passed away, and he was the
response. I was just about to say the outpouring. Yeah. Yes,
the outpouring was so massive in Los Angeles. They're like, okay, but if they just took a step back and they looked at another rapper who's been rapping as long, that sold as many records as Nipsey, he would not be getting a star. No. Absolutely not. Not a knock towards Nipsey at all, or what he's accomplished or what he stood for. But they are giving him that star because he passed away.
Yeah. Man, I wish people could have heard what his mother had to say about him at the funeral. I wish people heard what Lauren London had to say about him at the funeral. You didn't hear, you know what I'm saying? You'd be saying, what? He for real? That was him? He couldn't give us what he gave them. We wouldn't have embraced him like we embraced Nip. If we find out he liked to read and he's sweet. You said he's romantic. Man, we wouldn't embrace that. We want the bad side of the character. And we forever reject the good side of the person just to love the bad side of the character, homie. And that's all I've been trying to do. Is new, is innovative. But man, let's shatter the character so we can see the man. That way we take the pressure off the rappers so they ain't gotta be so goddamn gangster.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I actually got to interview Nipsey. I'd been around him a couple of times. He even tweeted that he wants to do an interview with me before he passed. It ended up not happening, unfortunately, but I've always admired him. The Nipsey that you've seen in terms of public persona was the person who I got to meet in person, and the two are essentially the same person. Someone who cared about his community, someone that cared about his art, someone that cared about his family. And I was in LA when the murder happened, and it was a dark cloud all over LA during that time. It was sad. It was sad. You know, and we're going to see what happens with the guy who killed him. He's still sitting in a jail cell awaiting trial.
Well, everybody's watching him, and I'm looking for the next seed of Nipsey Hussle. Just go pick up the marathon banner and continue it.
There we go. And that's how we're going to end the interview. Charleston White, man, appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you too,
Until
brother.
next time.
All right.
Peace.
Yes, sir.